Do you ever get tired of those pesky fan noises in the background, or your keycaps while you're trying to game, trying to study, complete coursework, or even if you're trying to wind down with a movie? Background noise can be a distraction and it can certainly affect your focus. This can also affect your productivity and overall experience. If you're struggling with any of these issues, then we may have a solution for you today with this pair of wireless headphones. Say hello to the Fifine X3. Now these not only look good, but they sound pretty good too. With a built-in EQ, a gaming mode, removable microphone, and some active noise cancelling. Quick disclaimer, we did receive an email from Fifine asking if we would like to test out the X3 headphones, and we happily obliged, as we have previously been happy with all of their products that we've tested out from Fifine in the past. We class them as a good entry-level brand. These headphones are available on Amazon for $64.99 in the UK at the time of recording, and they have a very respectable 4.6 stars out of 5 from over 70 reviews. Don't forget to check the little box that gives you a 5% discount. I will leave Amazon affiliate links in the description. Those that use the links are directly supporting the channel, and we really appreciate that. All of the basic information is available on Amazon, but we're gonna dig deeper in this video. So what's included in the box? We get the headphones, a 3.5mm aux cable, a very small USB lead, some instructions, and a removable microphone. The microphone connects via a 2.5mm audio input, and it is the 3-pole variant. It has a flexible arm and the microphone pickup right on the tip. The auxiliary lead is an average length of around 1 meter, and it is your typical 3.5mm input. One little niggle that I did find with these headphones right away was the USB lead. It is so short. These do not work over USB-C anyway. The USB-C lead is simply for charging. If you do have access to something like one of these headphone stands that has a built-in USB, then you can constantly keep them charged up. However, they do work over auxiliary, so power isn't actually required. We'll talk about that later in the video, as it does affect the functionality. If you have limited access to USB ports, you may want to switch this cable out for something a bit longer. The headphones themselves feel very decent. I wouldn't describe them as a premium quality, but they are fairly good. There is plenty of flex in the headband. All of our basic controls are here. We even have active noise cancelling. We'll go through all this throughout the video. The main controls are your ANC mode, your volume up and down, your power, which is also your play and pause, your aux input, USB-C, and your mic input. We've also got a Bluetooth indication light, and we've also got this touch panel on the side here, which is basically an EQ mode. The headphones are mostly made from a plastic, but it's got a nice matte smooth finish to it. It looks quite nice. The headband feels pretty strong and sturdy, and it does also have metal reinforcement. Although they are mostly made from plastic, the metal reinforcement does give me some reassurance. We do have a little bit of electronics grease on the metal there, but that's fine, it's expected. Sometimes we see this on brand new products. There is a layer of memory foam inside the headband as well, which will definitely help with comfort, especially wearing them for long periods of time. All of the adjustments feel firm and sturdy, and there's plenty of flex in these. They should fit most people quite comfortably. They definitely feel pretty good. I think they look pretty good too. They are also foldable, so you can fold them away and put them inside your rucksack or whatever a little easier, and make them smaller to carry on your travels, which also makes them ideal for use on the go and portable. The ear cups also have a really soft memory foam. It's nice and thick and it's soft. It springs back into position as it should, and the finish is to a good standard. They look very tidy. Inside the ear cups, they're clearly marked left and right, and all of the controls are on the right hand side. If we take a look at the hinges are mostly plastic again, but we do have some metal reinforcements in there. This will help protect against any accidental breakages, but like all headphones, they're not going to be indestructible. The ear cups have plenty of swivel and motion, so they will fit comfortably and adapt to the shape of your head or your wearing style. Okay, let's take a look at the features then, the inputs and the modes. We'll start with the microphone. It simply plugs in and is removable at any time. The arm is very flexible and can be bent into position, and although it works as intended, I do think the microphone is a little bit dated. It's not something you would want to walk around with in public, in my opinion. But it'll work absolutely fine for gaming and things like that. This is an audio test using the Fifine X3 headphones. I just want to get a general gist of how these headphones would sound during a Zoom call, in gaming sessions with your friends, or just chatting in Discord, etc. Seems to be working pretty well. We can see an audio signature. I do think that the microphone is a little bit outdated, to be honest, but at the moment it appears to be working absolutely fine and it's doing as it is intended. They connect via Bluetooth, and we do get a Bluetooth indication light that blinks when we are connected. The battery does give you up to 65 hours, and it is a 600 milliwatt amp hour battery. It takes around 2 hours to fully charge. You'll get around 65 hours from these with a single charge. They do also have multiple connections, so you can have more than one device connected. So you can have them connected to your mobile phone and your computer and seamlessly switch between the two. All of the inputs on this are really simple to operate. We have the power button. You long press for power on and long press for power off. Then if you quick press, this is your play and pause. The next button is the volume button. If you tap this, this will turn the volume up. If you hold it, it will bring the volume down. Although I have found when you hold it and bring the volume down, it isn't very accurate. It kind of brings it down way faster and further than you intend. The next button we've got is the ANC button. When you press this one, this is the active noise cancelling. Press it once, this activates the ANC mode. Press it again, this deactivates the ANC mode, and press it again, that puts it into transparency mode. And then on the right earmuff, this section here is also a touch panel, especially when on wireless. If you double tap this area, it'll take you through an EQ mode. There's one or two modes here, and there is a gaming preset as well. So we are going to test these out for some gaming, and we're also going to test them out for some music. I do have a couple of complaints. A couple of little niggles that I do have is that when you use them over 3.5mm aux, you do lose the functionality of the buttons. My second issue, as I mentioned earlier, is that they do not work over USB-C, or at least I can't get them to work over USB-C. And I have actually tried the Fifine audio cable from the last lot of headphones to see if that made a difference, but no, we don't seem to be able to get any functionality at all over USB-C. So I assume USB-C is just for charging. However, if you pick them up and they aren't charged, you can use them over aux. Like I said, you do lose the functionality. Okay, so let's get on with some testing then. That sounds like it's got some slight theatre, like a theatre sound to it. So it sounds like it's a little like in a hallway, but it's not. It's more compact than that. Now we're in gameplay mode, and there's a standard mode. Considering there is no high-res audio certification, these do sound pretty good. They sound as good as a couple of pairs that I've got that do have the high-res certification. Fifine have done a really good job here with getting them to sound really dynamic. You can also press play or pause and stop movies, live football games, music and things like that. While gaming, they do a decent job of blocking out the sounds from the computer or your keycaps. You can still hear the keycaps in the background. Unfortunately, it doesn't entirely remove those background noises, but it does immerse you in the game and it is a good sound quality. The transparency mode will use these little microphones. This allows you to hear your surroundings when you're out in public.
The aux cable is 3.5mm, but it's around about 1 meter long.
I think this is long enough to sit comfortably at your desk with most setups.
As long as we keep them charged up, then you've got full functionality. However, if the battery does die on the headphones, then you will need to use your aux cable or wait for them to recharge if you want access to all of the ANC features, etc.
Overall, I'm quite impressed. I think they look pretty good. I think they're fairly well made. They are comfortable to wear for long periods. They hold charge really well. They give you up to 65 hours, which I think is quite decent. And like I said, they've got several features, the touch panels on the side, all of your active noise cancelling, everything we've discussed in this video. I do wish they was a little cheaper than they are. $64.99 isn't a bad price for a set of headphones like this, but I would like to see them around £50 or something. But yeah, overall I'm very pleased with these. I think they're fantastic value for money. Guys, if you found any part of this video helpful, or if you enjoyed any part of the video, or like supporting small creators like me, consider leaving a like on the video, subscribing to the channel with your notifications on, that way you never miss any future uploads. Thanks to each and every one of you guys for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, and until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Craig, this is Really Random Reviews, and I'll see you in my next video.